Hi everyone, it's Diane here from Diane's Den again, and happy Easter to you all. I'm sure that you've all having a beautiful Sunday. This is the card we're going to make today. Now I'm going to make it using non-retired products, but this is the style of card. It is a bigger card. It is a card that measures, let me see, 7 by 5 inches. That's right, 7 by 5. So it is a bigger card, but it's called a tower panel card. So, and I just think it's an absolutely gorgeous card. And if anybody checks out my blog or my Facebook group, you would have seen me make this card for my mum for her 88th birthday in purples and pinks. So excuse me, today we're going to use, I'll show you what we're going to use. I'll move my card out of the way and then I'll show you what we're going to do. We're going to use the Forever Blossoms set and we're going to use this flower and this flower here. We're also going to use the Peaceful Moments, and we're going to use the, Thinking of You with All My Heart. Out of this beautiful set. That's all we're going to use out of that set. And then out of the painted poppies, we're going to use this die here, which has still got pieces stuck in it. So let's pop them out the way so I don't get yucky bits everywhere. I don't know where my pokey thing is. There we go. So we're going to use that for our sentiment on the front. On the back, I haven't decided what sentiment I'm going to put, so we will play that one by ear as we go. Now, my colour scheme for this card is mint macaron and petal pink. So I will show you what we're going to do and how many bits there are to this card, and a fair bit of stuff to this card, believe it or not. But it's not a really hard card to do. So what we're going to need, and then I'm going to turn off the video and stick a lot of bits to pieces together, and then we will come back. Okay, so we're going to need a card base that measures 10 inches by 7 inches, and then we're going to need 4 pieces of, and in my case it's going to be mint macaron, which measure 1 inch by 6 3/4 inches, and this is from the Parisian papers, which measure 6.5 inches by 3/4 inch, and you need 4 of those as well. You also need 4, no, I don't know where all the other 4 have gone of those. Oh, there they are. They're in the middle. You need 4 pieces for the top and bottom panels that measure 2.5 inches by 1 3/4 inches, and 4 more pieces of the designer series paper that measures 2 inches by 1.5 inches. And then for the back panels, you're going to need a piece that measures 4 3/4 by 2 3/4 inches, and a piece of white for our sentiment on the back and for our writing panel that measures 4.5 by 2.5 inches. And for the front panel, we need another piece that measures 4 3/4 by 2 3/4, and another piece of designer series paper that measures 2 3/4, 2.5 by 4.5 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually turn my video off for a moment, because I don't know how to do fast forward. I'm still learning all these things, and I will stick all these pieces onto here and these pieces onto here, and then we will come back and finish the card. Okay, we're back again, all stuck together. So if you're like me and you have used a pattern on your paper that has a direction, make sure you get your direction so that the length of the card on the small pieces is the correct way. That's the way that writing goes, and the long way on these pieces is that. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to do some scoring. So I'll bring in my scoreboard. Let's move some other things out of the way. Bring in my scoreboard, and we're going to score our card. Now we're going to score our card on the long side. We're going to score this at 1 1/4 inches and 2 1/2 inches. And we're going to turn it 180 degrees and we're going to score it at 1 1/4 and 2 1/2 inches. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get a pencil or something. I haven't got one here, so I don't know what we're going to do. I'll use one of these. And I'm going to put this at the 2-inch mark here, like so. Alright, so that this is lined up with the 2-inch mark. So it's nice and straight. And then at the 3 3/4 inch mark, I'm going to score down to that 2-inch mark. And at the 6 1/4 mark, I'm going to mark down to that line too. And then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to line this up at the 2-inch mark again. So excuse me if my head is in here. So we've got that there. And we're going to score this at the 3 3/4 inch mark down to that mark, and then at the 6 1/4 mark down to that mark. So we have here a line at 1 1/4, 2 1/4, 3 3/4, sorry, 1 1/4, 2 1/2, 3 3/4 only down to 2 inches, 6 1/4 down to 2 inches, 7 1/2 all the way, 9 3/4 all the way, and then we've got 2 more lines that only go 2 inches down if we turn it around at the 3 3/4 and the 6 1/4 mark. So what we're going to do now is move this out of the way because we're going to need our board again in a moment. So we're going to bring this out of the way and we're going to fold these far ones. Not the first score line, the second one is a mountain fold on both sides. Okay, so and then our other fold is a valley fold, and we're going to fold that one as a valley fold. Now we're going to bring in our board again, and this time we're going to push these 2 pieces down out of the way like so. So both of these 2 flats are flat now, and we're going to put the short side in here, and we're going to use our score tool, and we're going to score this at 1/2 inch down to this score line. So down to that score line we're going to score it at the 1/2 inch mark, and the 1 inch mark, and the 1 1/2 inch mark, and the 2 inch mark. And now we're going to score it again at the 5 inch mark, 5 1/2 inch mark, 6 inch mark, and 6 1/2 inch mark, all the way just down to this score line here. Now we're going to turn it around and we're going to do exactly the same on the other side. So we've got our 2 flaps here flat and the folded edge at the top, and we're going to score down to this, and I can't see it very well, so I might just stand up for a second so I can see over the top, and I'm going to score this down the 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1 1/2 inch, and 2 inch, 5 inch, oops, that went a bit far, 5 1/2 inch, 6 inch, and 6 1/2 inch. That little bit there that went a little bit too far, I'll just turn it over and give it a bit of a rub, and that will get rid of anything that's showing. The same with that one over there. Okay, so that is our card. That's what it looks like. Lots of score lines. Looks quite strange at the present time, but that's how it's going to look, and it's going to be really easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our scissors now, and that on all of these lines, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side, we're going to cut right along that line through the 2 pieces up to the score line. If you can do it in one foul sweep, as they say, it's better. If not, if you're better at cutting little bits at a time, cut them a little bit at a time. Oops, I forgot the last one. And we're going to do that on all 4 corners. Let's turn this around, folding that under because we want to cut through all the 2 layers, making sure that this one is flat and out of the way because you don't want that one back this way, otherwise it will cut it, and we don't want that piece cut. So let's cut this one. Try and keep your cuts as straight as possible. Okay, that's all our cutting done there now, and now we're going to open this out, and what we're going to do is we're going to push every other one back the other way so that we get this look like this. And we're going to just ease it over, turn it over, and then we're going to fold it down nice and tightly on both sides so that it's nice and even. So let's do that again on this side. So we're going to open this up and we're going to press the second one and the fourth one and the second one and the fourth one again, and just push it like this and it will go backwards. So then we can then pop it down nice and tight, and we can just push it down nice and even on the back. And there we have our basic card. So once they fold in like this, that sits nicely in a 5 by 7 inch envelope. At this stage it doesn't matter which side is up or down, all you've got to remember is that whatever way your pattern is, you keep it all the same way. So now I've done my 4 panels, as you could see, so, and we don't need to make sure what we're writing is all up the right way. So we will stick our 4 panels onto the card. So and this, I'm sorry, you're going to have to watch. All whiz past. And now this panel is going on the side here. And one on the other side. And then we're going to turn it over, and you don't have to, if you don't want to put it on the inside, you don't have to. I just think that it makes it look so much neater and tidier, and it just finishes it off. Gives it that more professional look, I think, personally, but that's just me. It doesn't have to be there if you don't want it to be. Get off. You weren't sitting straight. Nice and even, and once more, let me just check that I've got it the right way up. Yep. So if I turn it that way, that's correct. So that's our 4 side panels done. Now we're going to do our top and bottom panels, and again, making sure that you get your words the correct way up. Oops, that one popped out the wrong way. Get back in there, how dare you. Oops. There we go. And we're going to pop our bottom panel on here. And our top panel at the top, obviously, the words go that way up. turn it over and we do the same on the inside. Again, this is optional. If you only want to put a writing panel in there, that's all you have to do. I just think that it looks so much more finished if it's all done. There we go. And then for our front panel, which I'll do with you, which is let me see what size this is. This is the 4 3/4 by 2 3/4. Sorry, and the 2 1/2 by 4 1/2. So we're going to pop our designer paper onto the top of that. And we're going to see that this one's playing Naughty Boys. That's better. And then our front panel can go on. With our reverse panel, just turn our card over, we'll pop the mint macaron layer on for now, just so we've got that in here, and we will work out what words we're going to put on that after. So what we're going to do is we're going to stamp our image now. So our image is this beautiful, let's show you the card, this beautiful I don't know, we got a magnolia? I don't know what that is. No, it's a cherry blossom, sorry, cherry blossom there, and these little cherry blossom here. So we're going to stamp these onto our card. And how beautiful is that? Let's move that out of the way. Oh, getting a bit squishy here. And then I'm going to stamp the other cherry blossom 4 times. But we will only colour in a little bit of this, because I have actually already coloured this in and cut it out. Now that was a little bit wet in that corner there, so let me just squish that off. That's better. No, it's still damp. That's better. Okay, so what colours do we need? Right, I have light and dark old olive, light and dark so saffron, and light, what colour is this? Let me see, pumpkin pie. So we will do 1 leaf, just so I can show you what we're doing. We're going to do 1 leaf in the light, and then we're going to, where these dark patches are, I'm going to just use the dark just to do what I call highlighting them. And then back with the light one over the top just to finish it off and blend it all in nicely. Okay, now we'll do the same with the flower. We'll just do 1 flower, so I'll do this flower here, and then I will show you the one that I've already done. So using the light saffron, so soft saffron blender, I'm just colouring the whole flower in. And then I will colour in again the darker areas on the flower with the dark so saffron before recolouring over the top with the light so saffron again, just to blend it in. And then I'm using the light pumpkin pie just for the centre bit to give it a bit of a lift, just around the centre like so. And that's how I did my flower, which is here and already cut out. along with the 4 little flowers. And I've also cut out, let's move that out of the way because I'll do that one for Mum. Using these dies out of the, where is it? I can't find it. Out of the Forever Blossom. I don't know where you get power from. Forever Blossom. This has got beautiful die set in here. And so we use the large flower die, the small flower die, and this die that just gives you these beautiful pieces of greenery. So let's pop them out of the way. And I also cut out this beautiful for my sentiment on the front, which comes out of the poppy, painted poppies. Couldn't think what that was called. Painted poppies. So we're going to stamp our saying on that. So let's do that now. Where did I put my ink pad? It's gone hide about. There it is. So we're going to stamp that now. And the words say, thinking of you with all my heart. So let's see, what can we put on the inside? Always remember. Let's put always remember. I haven't even used this one, obviously. It's still in the little thingy. So let's move that one off of the block and pop that on there. And here's our other piece. And it says always remember. How gorgeous is that? Let's move that one and let's put a couple of these small flowers up in the corner. One there and one there. And we'll give that a few moments to dry. Or I'll turn it over and give it a white. My memento pad is very wet at the moment. There we go. And we'll colour that in. So we want the light saffron. My memento pad is very juicy because I actually did ink it up the other week, and so it has stayed very inky, probably because I haven't done much crafting of late. I've been very busy at work and not knowing whether or not we will have a job in the next week or so. So there is our flowers all coloured in. So let's bring our card back in and put our sentiment panel on the back. Of our card. So we can write our beautiful saying to whoever we are giving this card to. Oops. And then we'll just turn this around, so we will then glue these beautiful pieces on here. Now just make sure when you're gluing anything onto the front of this card, you don't go over this edge here, because if you do, you won't fit in your envelope very nicely. So let's pop them on there like that, shall we? So we'll pop a bit of glue down the middle. Oops, and he will go just there beautifully, like so, and then the other one will go next to it. So we'll just pop a little bit of glue onto this one. And we will pop him on that angle like so. And our beautiful, now I've forgotten what it's called again. I'm really doing good here today, aren't I? Our beautiful, oh goodness gracious me, I can't remember. We'll go on the back here. All popped up nicely. And I will remember the name of it in a moment. You can bet your life I will. Excuse me, I remembered my bin this week. Cherry blossom, there we go, it's cherry blossom, except that I did my cherry blossom yellow, and cherry blossom can be pink. There's my cherry blossom flower there, and I will put a dimension each on the back of these, and a couple on the back of this one too. So we'll pop our sentiment on first so we know where it's going, and we're going to pop that over here. I think just about there will be beautiful. Oops, it's not even straight. That's very clever, isn't it? There we go, that's better. And I've lost one of my flowers. Did it go on the floor? I don't know where it went. But never mind, we'll work it out after. Unless it's stuck on the bottom of that. Nothing would surprise me with me today. No, it's not under there. And I'll pop one just here, I think. I don't know where the other one went. I can't see it on the floor. I can't see it on the top. If you can see it, let me know. And I have here, let me just move these out of the way. Have a couple of just normal little butterflies, silver butterflies that I had in my stash. So I'm going to actually pop one of these on here. Put a dimension onto the back of this. And I will stick him onto the front of the card. And I think I'll just stick him up here. Like so. When I find my other my other flower, which I can't find anywhere, I will pop it on there, probably down here. So there's my card for now. I hope you've enjoyed it. We can actually put a few Monties on here if I can find them. They should be on here. Oh, here we go, look, here they are, right in front of me. So because these are the champagne rhinestones, we will use some of these, and I'll just use the little ones if I can pick them up. What I'm going to do is I'll just pop the three on here like so. How gorgeous is that? I hope you've enjoyed today's card, and I will find that other flower. I don't know where it went, but I will find it and I will pop it on the card. So I hope you've enjoyed today's card, and I hope that if you would like to purchase any of these products, you can do so by email, PM, or giving me a phone call, and I can help you with your order. That is only if you live in Australia, but if not, I can always put you in touch with somebody in the US or the UK that can help you with your order. So I hope you've enjoyed today's card, and thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss any more of my videos, and I will see you again next week. Bye for now.